The verdict is in. They said guilty, guilty, guilty. But I said, something is wrong. And I started hyperventilating again. I said, I'm finna pass out. She said, you finna pass out. In the seats. She said, you finna pass out. I said, I'm about to pass out. Guilty, guilty, guilty. I looked at Tory. His face did not change. He ain't look shocked. He didn't drop a tear. He never even dropped his head. When the baby boy started to get upset, he pat his chest like it's all right. It'll be all right. All of a sudden, Sunstar leapt up. He said, my son didn't want to sign to ROC Nation. I could tell y'all so much shit, but it don't even matter now. Not right now. I immediately am looking for the children because I knew the kids had been crying. I go to the baby boy. I won't make a distinction because there were a few kids. I go over to the baby boy and he held my hand and he was crying and he said, they've ruined my brother's reputation. Look, I just made a distinction, but I'm telling you the truth. So I can't lie. The baby fussing. He said, I'm so scared. I said, come here, baby. It's okay. I'll protect you. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you. And I held him. And he just cried. Okay. They finally cleared the elevator. And we got on the elevator. So we go down to the first floor. We get off. The media outside, they waiting. Tripping. So at this point, I'm with another one of the babies who is afraid, who didn't really understand what was going on, so there wasn't as much, emotion. But she said, I'm cold. So I gave her my jacket, and I said, it's okay, baby. We'll be done with this in a minute. And that's when Sunstar, we all walk out, and Sunstar said what he had to say. Based on what was presented, that it didn't happen like that. I'm not going to sit up here and argue no motherfucking points. We went over everything. And you know that this was not right. It's pathetic how wrong this was. There was a juror. They had to go down each one and say, is this your verdict? You stand by it?
Please like and subscribe.
The young black man who was 3 seats away from the door put his head down and didn't even want to. Kelsey, that's her name. Off the mere fact that she clearly had motive, wanted immunity, pled the fifth, and didn't get tested for her DNA, this case shouldn't have seen the light of day. All I want to say at this point is an appeal will be filed. This was absolutely ridiculous. And anybody who thinks that now all of a sudden Megan is going to rise to the top and be a top artist and she goes on off into the sunset and whoop, that's not what happens in this story. Because the people are not okay with this. You are done. There are people that will never fuck with you again. Never. Never. So now, 3 people just lost. They didn't want to fuck with Megan before this. And your favorite artist was wishing Tory luck. Them facts. There are people off ROC Nation's roster that thank me for my coverage of this motherfucking case. It's facts. But it's cool. Because shit be politics. Ain't nobody gonna want to touch that bitch with a 10-foot pole. So, yeah, okay. I watched them put Tory in handcuffs. And I just thought about the babies. I was just trying to get to the babies. So I didn't even get to process my feelings. Because I'm somebody's mother. Baby, the first thing I thought about was the babies. And you got to be strong for the babies. And you have to bring them comfort and you have to protect them. So how do I feel? I can feel the energy from everybody that loves him. And I think there's just this real somber feeling. Y'all want to have a real conversation? That shit hurt me. Because I know that that's not what he deserves. I do think that Megan was hurt. But come on with this shit. You know you and Kelsey got in a fucking fight. You know that shit. You know that shit. Kelsey found out that they was finna push, that maybe she did it. And she skedaddled her ass up there to go give a damn interview that she recanted on the stand. Y'all know this shit ain't right. But I believe in God. So, God's will be done. So even though that shit hurt me, I ain't like it. I don't feel like it was right. I don't feel antsy or I don't feel none of that. I feel calm. And see, that's why I think that Tory felt calm. Because when you believe in God, you have a certain type of comfortability. I'm not crying or nothing. Because that's not what's on my heart. You know, I feel like, nah, God is going to prevail. Because this shit ain't okay. Innocent niggas go to prison every day. That ain't nothing new. That ain't nothing new. So, my feelings haven't changed. I'm not wavering from nothing. I stand by who the fuck I stand by. And in the face of whatever adversity, I'm going to ride for who I want to ride for. And that's just going to be one of them things where, bitch, you just don't agree with me. My career don't end because I supported Tory. Just like Jay-Z's didn't when he went on tour with R. Kelly. Now check that.